This is a follow-up video to my first toolbox video I did. A lot of people commented and wanted a more detailed look at what's in my toolboxes. Wanted to know what kind of brands I have, more specifics on the tooling. If you're thinking of being a mechanic, you might want to watch this video, kind of know what you're getting into, and go ahead and check out the video. Thanks. Got my Cornwell cart here. It's what I usually work out of for most of the day. Don't go to my big box as much. Got my coffee cup. Got my coffee cup holder, which is a three-legged oil filter wrench remover. Got the little side slots here where you can put your 3/8 extensions. I've got a 1/4-inch nut driver. I've got a ratcheting 1/4-inch bit driver, stubby. Got my pry bars, differing lengths, air tool oil. Got our ratchets, stubbies, normal length, 1/2-inch drives. I like the Matco ones a lot. Got my Bosch 1/2-inch impact and 3/8 impact electrics. Got my 1/2-inch and 3/8 impacts, both are Ingersoll Rand. Got 3/8 air ratchet, 3/8 hammerhead impact. Got my metric sockets. Pretty much all use impact sockets. Got 12-point, 6-point. And same with the standards, we've got 12-point and 6-point of the shallows. Cat uses a lot of 12-point internal engine sockets, that's why I have those. Got my metric and standard 1/4-inch drive, shallows and long sockets. Got our other 3/8 Bosch electric impact. Got my 12-point 1/2-inch drive, metric, standard. Got stud installers and removers, those work really well. Got universal drive sockets, metric, standard. Got our big sockets, 1.5-inch oil filter socket, or oil drain plug socket for the cats, sorry. Spark plug socket, which don't use that very often. Got our impact wrenches, or impact sockets, 1/2-inch drive deeps. About 70 degrees in the shop, not too bad. You'll notice on some of my impacts I've got these marks at either 120 degrees or 90 degrees. That's for the torque turns we do on rods and mains and different head bolts. Some of them require, say, 60 foot-pounds and then a 90-degree torque turn. That's what the marks are for. Got my Streamlight flashlight, 8-point drive sockets. Got our snap-on screwdrivers, Klein screwdriver, hose pick, got a heel bar, indexing heel bar, got some wobbly impact sockets, whole bunch of different internal hex or Allen wrench style drivers. Got the super long ones, those are nice for doing you know, ECM nuts. Got the ball hex. Got all my feeler gauges I use a lot. I take them out of the kit because it makes it a lot easier if you're doing an overhead or something instead of having like the full kit of feeler gauges. Got my O-ring kit. Whenever you get a rebuild kit, they give you a ton of extra O-rings. I hang on to them because cat O-rings are crazy expensive and you always need them. Got my headlamp. It's a rechargeable Streamlight one. Use that quite a bit. Got my 12-inch straight edge, which just looks like a piece of metal, but it actually costs like 90 bucks because it's perfectly straight. And we've got our electrical troubleshooting tools. I've got my fluke multimeter, battery tester, infrared gun. Got an inductive ant clamp in there. Got my high pressure testing hose. We've got all sorts of more feeler gauges, fittings, airline fittings, hoses, wiring. Got all my gauges. One goes to 9,000 psi. I've got them that go, you know, pretty low psi, even into vacuum. You know, inches of mercury, -30, and only up to 70 psi. I got my flush cuts for zip ties and real sensitive electrical work. Got my power probe under there, use that a lot, and all my pliers. Got a lot of pliers. Like the I've got both style filter wrenches, the strap and the clamp style. I really like the strap style a lot more. These are pretty cool. These are 1/2-inch drive filter strap sockets. And they're about 5-inch across. That's for like the cat filters, Cummins filters. We've got inline hose pliers. We've got the hemostat, like surgeon's pliers. In there I've got like a little kit of real small pliers and needle nose pliers. We have all my wrenches. Metric ones on this side. Pretty much all are snap-on. A couple are cat. Got ratchet wrenches on the back. Stubbies, we got flare nut wrenches here. These are line wrenches. Some people call them four-way wrenches. They're for pretty much hydraulic lines. They have different open end angles on both ends. And I've got a whole kit of them kind of laid underneath. Don't use them every day, but it is nice if you're doing a fitting or something you can't get to. All my standard wrenches. Got my Allen wrenches, crow's feet. These are dog bone wrenches or torque adapters. They're pretty cool. They're 3/8 drive, so if you had to get somewhere in tight, you could put that on a ratchet. And you can also torque with them. Got all my air tools. Got a needle scaler, which is kind of cool if you're moving a lot of rust or frame rust, old paint and stuff. Got my air hammer, which I love to use. Got my serpentine belt. Got different style air hammer chisels. Got fan clutch wrenches. This is a 30-inch extension, which is 1/2-inch drive on one side, 3/8 drive on the other. That's for bell housing bolts, stuff like that. Comes in handy. I have a engraver. Got my OSHA tipped long air hose. I have a sanding block, 1/4-inch air ratchet. We got a pneumatic scraper. That's pretty cool for removing gasket material. Works really well. Got a die grinder. This is a reciprocating saw, an air-powered reciprocating saw. Got another die grinder and another die grinder. You need a straight and a right angle one if you do a lot of gasket cleaning. Got all my hammers and chisels, gasket scrapers, some more heel bars. Got a brass punch, putty knife. Got a dead blow hammer and a ball peen hammer. Got some alignment bars. I've got a real big indexing pry bar. That's pretty cool. Goes up to about 4 feet long. Got my 3/8 drive torque wrenches. Got a torque angle meter there. Use torque wrenches every day, pretty much. Got all my heavier stuff. Got like a 6-pound dead blow hammer. I've got a 18-inch crescent wrench. Got some fittings, some big 3/4 drive head bolt sockets. Got a brake bleeder setup. These are lifting links you can get from Cat. They'll lift about 9,000 pounds each. Got our smaller lifting links, which are rated at 4,000 pounds each. Pretty universal. Got my airlift cooling system filler. If you've never seen one of these, you need to look it up, because that's the only way you should be filling cooling systems. They work really well, and they're only like 120 bucks online. And that's pretty much everything that's in my cart. Some more wrenches and stuff down there. Big wrenches, like 1.5 inches. Let's go on to my big toolbox. This is a Matco 6S with a top hutch. Got my air freshener. I've got my little tire thumper, just in case I need some emergency tire thumping. Got an electrical connector box. Got some slow cooker, which I use almost every day. There's a little George Foreman grill back there. Probably can't really see it that well. I got my face mask, because the shop face masks are always pretty nasty. Like to have my own. Got a universal air filter I use if I'm starting up an engine or something. I got battery charger, battery starter, all my different types of tea, coconut butter, putting in my coffee. Got some nuts, Ricola. We've got our auto darkening welding helmet, a stapler. We've got this is kind of cool. On some of the Matco boxes, they have a separate little personnel thing you can lock separately from your box, and you can't open it unless you have the key, or a really big pry bar. Got a 3/4 inch socket set, goes up to 2-inch size sockets, pretty big. Got my Christmas lights, put them up around every Thanksgiving. Got some lifting straps, filter, cutter, SOS tubing, 3/4 inch impact, or not impact wrench, a torque wrench. Got my cam bearing installers. What else do we got in here? Got our CT660 training manual. Got my battery charger for my Bosch tools. Farmer's Almanac when the troubleshooting gets difficult. Masking tape. We've got some hoses. jumper cables. Got a bearing packer there. I've got my AC lines. I got a 25-foot pressure hose. Snap-on anti-fatigue mat I'm standing on. I've got brake tooling. Got snap ring pliers in there. Got some oil filter wrenches, shears, more inline pliers. Got some extra grease, adhesives, lithium-based greases. Here's all my kind of specialty pullers. I've got real big seal installers, bottle jack, harmonic balancer puller, radiator cap adapter. We got pipe plug, taps, dies. That's a universal puller kit. Got my radiator pressure checker back there. These are all my real precision tooling. Got dial indicators, depth mic, 1-inch micrometer. There's these are cool. You can get these online. It's a little borescope that you plug into your computer. It uses USB power, and it's like 40 bucks. They work really well. Here's all my wrenches I have doubles of and kind of extra wrenches. Here's some more electrical troubleshooting stuff. We've got a 2000 amp inductive amp clamp. We got my soldering iron, some extra wires, battery, crimper, cable cutter. More sockets. Never have enough sockets. A lot of these are 1/2-inch drive. I've got some spindle nut sockets, axle nut sockets. Got extra gloves, nitro gloves. I like those. I don't like the latex ones. Got solvent, extra parts, fuel pressure regulators, stuff like that. Got some stubby ratchet wrenches, more crow's feet. Got some extra head bolts, fittings, self-tapping screws, clutch bolts. Got different C clamps, some extra chisels, nut drivers, hacksaw, tap and die set. On the right there, I've got some tap sockets, which are pretty cool. You can use a ratchet to drive your taps, and some easy outs, some pretty big ones. I've got my little drills here. I've got a DeWalt electric one, got a snap-on right angle, and straight air drills. Don't use the right angle one too much. It's too high speed, but I do like the slower snap-on one. And then I got some really big wrenches, up to 2-inch, 1 13/16, 1 3/8, stuff like that. And that's pretty much all my tools.